Hello? How many videos in a row about Messi we have already released? We'll answer honestly. Friends, we have lost count ourselves. But, of course, you can count it. Actually, it is not so important how many videos in the context of Lionel Messi's shocking transfer to PSG we make. It is much more important to tell you the most interesting things so that you have no doubts about our channel. We want you to get only the most delicious football content. And today, we have a real hot topic. On August 5th, Barcelona announced Messi's leaving. And since then, the world has been at a loss. What happened? Why did Messi leave? And why did Barcelona let him go? And so on and so forth. That script is being written on August 18th, and by this time, a lot of information and, first of all, words from the main characters of this drama have accumulated, from the president of Barcelona, Joan Laporta, and Lionel Messi himself. Today, we will analyze all versions of Leo's leaving and highlight the main reason, which in fact is already known. Today, we'll give you 4 versions at once, and we promise it will be incredibly interesting. Like this video if you are interested in this topic, subscribe if you don't want to miss new videos on our channel, and write in the comment section which version of living you believe in. Alright, now we can start. Here we go. So, version number 1 is Barcelona's weak sports project. As early as August 5th, this version sounded among the first, but then it was hard to believe in it. Even so, Laporte and Messi agreed on a new 5-year contract. Both the president and Leo spoke about this. But nevertheless, we will not hush up this version, and we have good reasons for this. On August 17th, the famous Catalan journalist Joan Romero rolled out interesting information. According to his data, Lionel Messi is obsessed with the idea of winning the Champions League again, and therefore set the Barcelona management very difficult tasks that turned out to be impossible. What did Leo demand? The Argentinian believed that Ter Stegen lacked the competition to reach the next level and therefore wanted to see a free agent Gianluigi Donnarumma in Barcelona. Messi also believed that it was necessary to strengthen the center of defense. De Ligt and Christian Romero were on the list of his favorites. As for the midfielders, Leo saw the following options for strengthening: Wijnaldum, Paredes or Gundogan. And finally, the attackers. The ex-leader of Barca wanted a transfer of Mane or Haaland. What was the result? Well, you all know, none of these guys are at Camp Nou, just like Leo Messi. Messi leaves and leaves Barca laying down. You don't do that to your colleagues, Leo. Imagine the face of Kun Agüero and your friend Laporta. It is all for the money. You are smart. At 34, you realize that here you have won only 1 cup in 2 years. A withdrawal in time. Us and El Chiringuito TV controversial journalist Tomas Roncero tweeted. Roncero is one of the fiercest haters, so all his comments about Messi are, well, how to put it mildly, debatable. Yes, this is the right word. Nevertheless, Tomas Roncero seems to continue Joan Romero's line and doubts whether everything is not shady about Messi's leaving. The journalist hints at the financial and sports crisis in Barcelona. Tomas always believed that Lionel and his father were ruthlessly knocking money out of the Catalan club. And now, when the ship is sinking, Leo escapes, as he realizes that he will not receive the desired money and that sporting success which he can get in other clubs. Messi is absolutely happy in Paris, Roncero says in one of the latest episodes of the cheerful El Chiringuito TV. Messi changed his tears to happiness too quickly. And this is another quote, full of Mr. Roncero's suspicion. By the way, there is information that Messi's father Jorge received a signing bonus of 15 million euros. We already imagine how Thomas liked this info. Well, let's summarize. 35 million euros a year and the prospect of easy winning domestic trophies plus competing for the Champions League. Then there's some truth in the words of the Messi's fierce hater if you think in this context. But our hearts don't want to believe it because the world of football is too fond of the romantic story of Barca and Messi. And what about the story of the 50% pay cut that Leo agreed for the sake of a new contract? Press conference, Mr. Roncero. Be kinder. And we reject this version. Getting to the main thing, and to the main characters. The first is Joan Laporta, the president of Barcelona, who will go down in history as the man who let none of other than GOAT go to PSG. How lightning fast many Barca fans fell out of love with him. Laporta, you are Florentino's servant. Laporte is Judas, he betrayed our God. And these are not all the banners and insults that the president of the Catalan club endures every day. On August 16th, he gave a big press conference at the Camp Nou, and we found out that Messi's departure sparked new reasons. We were convinced that we would sign a new contract with Messi. At the time of my accession, we did not know the numbers that we know now. Our business is very bad. The club has debts of 1,350,000,000 euros. Nevertheless, La Liga gave us false hopes. They said there are ways to register a new contract for Messi. And then they just told us that we should sign a 270 million euros agreement with the CVC fund, and it was not beneficial for us in the long term. We tried to sell the players and cut salaries, but we didn't succeed. If the rules of La Liga were flexible, we would keep Leo Messi. There were some small moments in negotiations with Leo Messi that I would like to keep under wraps. Yes, after what happened, our relationship with Lionel became noticeably worse. It's true. We are convinced that we made the decision that needed to be made. Messi's situation is bad, but it was necessary, because the club comes first. We would lay down everything at stake. I think this long-term relationship was one of the most beautiful love stories Barcelona have experienced. As a result, the situation got worse. C'est la vie. At the presentation at PSG, he looked happy. My feelings were conflicting. I wish him all the best. I like to see him happy. He and his family deserved it. It is not very pleasant that he joined our opponents. Laporte concluded. Based on the foregoing, let's draw the following conclusions. Laporte admits his failure. La Liga blackmailed Barcelona with a deal with CVC to keep Messi at any cost. Barcelona's shocking debt prevented the club from being able to offer Messi's contract without sales of conditional Griezmann, Coutinho, Pjanic, Dembele, Umtiti and others. Laporte did not disclose part of the negotiations with Messi, calling them a secret. And the most importantly, the Barcelona management led by Laporta considers Messi's leaving the right decision for the team, because the club comes first. That is Laporta's quote. The reality is that when the elections were held, I had a dinner with the president Laporta. We talked, and then I was convinced that I would stay, that he would not have any problems with the renewal of the contract. And then happened what happened. Mundo Deportivo quotes Messi. Then a video with a short and cold handshake of Messi and Laporte at the same farewell press conference of Lionel came up. This video confirms that Messi harbored a grievance against the president. He felt cheated and used to win the election. Laporte said that only he can guarantee a new contract for Messi. Laporte said that only he can create a new sports project that will convince Leo to sign a new agreement. Laporte even negotiated with Erling Haaland's representatives, Mino Raiola, and the Norwegian's father. It's even funny to talk about this now. Indeed, Messi's feelings can be understood. And finally, the main insider which we approached though. According to the information of Veronica Brunati, who is considered very authoritative in Catalan circles, Lionel Messi shared his real reason for living in the WhatsApp group called La Masia Cat 87, which brings together all the footballers Leo played with at Barcelona school. Messi wrote the following: "Guys, I don't want to leave. Anything more cannot be done. There is no money. Barcelona is doing very badly. They cannot extend my contract." That is it, friends. Messi was just told, there is no money, we cannot extend your contract. Imagine what kind of emptiness Leo felt inside after those words. As a result, we conclude that Messi's leaving is a foresightful move by the Barcelona management based on the critical financial situation. Cold move, which made Lionel Messi hurt so much. Friends, and now the most important question. What reason for Lionel Messi's leaving do you believe in? Let us know your opinion in the comment section. Let's get to the bottom of the truth together. What interesting theories and hypotheses regarding Messi's leaving have you heard? Write them down. It was Inside Football. We watch football from a different angle. Have a nice one, and see ya in a bit.